this video. Today we've got part 2 of the Ontario Sasquatch expedition in conjunction with Hastings County Sasquatch to the remote private hunting camp where the owners have been having interactions with a small family of Sasquatch. Part 1 was very cool. Part 2 has some of the coolest experiences I've ever had in it. So without further ado, let's have a look.
Yep. There's a trail back there too, eh? There?
Yeah. See this whole track down there where you see over there. I think you came to about from the track.
Yeah, I think so
from
too.
the track came
Because it's pointing that way.
Oh, yeah.
Towards that tree, that walnut tree or whatever's right in the middle. So it must go through the bush here.
Here's something moving rocks over there last night.
Oh.
That's better there. See it? That's a footprint. Definitely. From right to there. Forget I was way here. I wanted to take that. So I think this is the spot.
That's awfully close.
What? Here. There. 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 That's one of his spots.
Quite regularly. They just come. It's our four-wheeler trail, but I haven't had the bike down in a while. I kind of trimmed it out the other day. But the trail goes straight ahead, and then.
Yeah, that's last night. That's last night, not right. Get off the trail. It's sunk in here, all the way up to here. It's all sunk down.
That's a lot bigger than my boot.
So if you go 4 foot back, see some of this stuff.
We were only through here on Friday. Or Saturday, it was Saturday morning. I found that I said that had the stump in the air. It's further up here. It's about 20-second walk. Get in an elevator for this.
Take a picture of that. But it makes sense. They'll use the same trail over and over. This one here. So whenever comes the big rock.
Yeah, you can see that one was flipped right over.
Yeah.
Way.
It comes up here to the deer moose walk. So this would be an elevated area for them to be able to see down in. We use it for hunting. And they'll come right up the gut, right by you.
Wow. A safety area.
Yeah.
Definitely some toes. Here. And from the back and wide and around. Definitely one track.
Elevated bald rock right here that you can be on there.
Oh, not going up on it. We showed you found it. No, no. No. Someone stood there.
That's a heel mark, yeah.
You found where?
No, one of them is.
Yeah.
And then we found them in 2 other places. And it's not an accurate. It's not a real unpleasant smell. It's a little bit vegetation smell. I didn't think it was Sasquatch. Didn't know what it was.
That's about where I heard that knock from too.
Mark here, it was not way up. It sounded close, but it's you see, like you can't see.
Yeah.
You can't see. It's never happened to me before. But we were walking through, and a nuthatch came up and landed right on my hat brim, and looked down right at my face. I'm like, trackways up in there. That's not us, man. Whatever it was in the growl last week was just right up next to them.
You got one?
Pretty sure. Yeah, it's all broken down back to there. The toes up there, side to side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's lots of them up here.
Yeah.
Well, Ludgate is not far from where you, where they said that.
Partial break, like boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like even toenails up in here or something, or toes up in there. Not toenails, but.
See this, Lindsay?
Yeah, we saw that going in.
Oh, you saw that already.
Looking for better tracks.
Yeah.
Right off the walking trail and right up in
16?
15 and a half.
there.
You got it?
That's a decent
You got it,
track.
Dennis?
Yeah.
There's a white, see the width there? There's the edge here. And the edge there. That's a
16. Or 6 rather. And this is the moose two-step. We see snow prints that are that long in a straight line going across a snowfield. Oh, it's a Sasquatch. No, what the moose does, it puts his forepaw hoof in front, and it brings the back hoof just overlapping it a little bit, so you got this one long print.
So I was right in this area. So there's actually an ATV trail that goes through there and goes to the right. It's just you can't see it from all the weeds in this time of year. But it heads right through there, and there's a deer stand off to your left. There was a deer stand. I don't see it right now. Unless you pull it down off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't like it.
Tell Lindsay when he's getting close to it.
The deer stand?
Yeah.
I think you should be able to see it from here. I don't. It's a metal tree stand. It's on the left. I know it's a little thicker than that.
Well, then it should be on the ground, right?
Oh, it is now. Because the moose and the deer come through here. We had the tree stand.
There's a lot of bedding spots here.
1, 2, 3. No, they're way bigger than deer.
Yeah, this is the ATV trail that follows around and goes all the way down to the Peace River.
Okay.
That's another 45-minute deer standing underneath them during moose season. And we never saw deer season.
I swear it was a moose.
Yeah. Get the paint out. Hit it with the creme clap.
There's definitely moose in the area.
Oh yeah.
Swamp where we could hear the dog barking in there. So there's like 3 or 4 swamps right close to camp. So you only had to go that way.
I
Yeah.
see where you was.
The moose are very thick through here, and the deer as well. And then you get the odd bear from sneaking through.
Would it be worth following that creek back? That drainage area?
Bear poop.
I'm looking forward to a
Yeah, right. Be raccoon. We have
1,
raccoons
2,
around
3,
here.
4, 5. It could be raccoon, yeah. 5.
I've never seen a possum around here, but that doesn't mean they're not here.
Bear print. Nice.
Yeah, like that's not 5 feet off the ground.
No,
that's
that's
what, 7 feet?
I
At least.
guesstimate, yeah, 7, 6. And he was standing in behind there somewhere because he ducked down behind it.
We're gonna go get a cold drink.
So here we are on the second night vigil. We had a lot more audible action than the night before. At this point, the edge of the bush is being checked out as we heard a lot of interesting noises, distant branch snaps and whistles. This is the same location where I caught the light that disappeared in the bush line the night before. Nothing was seen near the southern bush line. At one point, Lindsay was hearing movement below the cabin on the southwest side, where we had reconnoitered earlier that afternoon. He didn't find anything when he went over to investigate. We also hear 5 heavy thumps to the north of the cabin at various intervals over a few minutes. It sounded like a heavy log or a large rock being dropped on soft ground. It was loud enough for all of us to hear it. We then went into the eastern bush across the meadow near the target to check out the second gifting location we'd set up. There was a watermelon and a pumpkin. The pumpkin was undisturbed, but some good chunks had been eaten out of the watermelon. Then a bad smell wafted in. To me, it smelled like rotting vegetation, like a composting box. Quite plainly, Lindsay said, "They're here, we should go." And we did. Back on the path, past the target and out into the meadow. About 10 meters out of the bush line, I had an interesting experience. I've always heard people describe the hair on the back of my neck standing up. In 53 plus years, I had never had that experience myself until right then. It didn't scare me. I was more excited to know what the feeling was. I chalked it up to being the excitement of the moment. However, Chris from Hastings County Sasquatch was recording our progress on his night vision camera, and he caught something pretty cool. Peter had a flashlight, and he was in front of me. Lindsay had a flashlight, and he was behind me. I was in between the two and had no light or camera. Chris's camera showed us walking out of the bush into the meadow, but there was a third momentary light above and to the right as the camera sees, right where the target was. It's far away and the camera quality isn't sharp, but the third light seems to be oval or oblong, or like 2 smaller lights close together, looking like a single one. What I'm getting at is it could possibly have been eye shine. The night vision camera is black and white only, so we don't know what color the lights were or potential eye shine was. Considering the sudden smell, my sixth sense kicking in, and capturing that light or eye shine on camera, I believe one of our big friends was right there with us, watching us leave the bush and cross the meadow. If that's not exciting enough, we had some more great video captures by Chris of Hastings County Sasquatch. It had begun raining, so we went to cover from the fire pit. Some of us went up on the covered porch of the cabin facing south, where that barbecue was that got moved. And the others, including Chris, went to a covered carport on the north side of the cabin. Chris was scanning with his night vision camera the bush to the north where we had heard the thumping earlier. He was able to capture very bright and clear eye shine back in the bushes. It started off in one spot, then moved to camera left and a bit higher. Chris then switched over to a thermal camera to see if he could get a better image of the whole creature, which he did. It's not very clear. Sasquatch footage is never clear, but you can make out an upright shape seemingly moving back and forth. Then this happens. There were 7 of us there at the camp that night, and we were all accounted for while this clip was being filmed. The camp is remote, and there are no other people around for kilometers. The footage has been sent to a video specialist for analysis. The report has not come back as yet, but when it does, you can be sure there's going to be a follow-up video. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. I certainly do appreciate it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the footage we caught. Perhaps you picked up something that we missed. You can let me know in the comments below or email me at uppercanadasasquatch@gmail.com. Thank you very much to Ontario Sasquatch and Hastings County Sasquatch for inviting me to participate in this expedition. I hope to get out with these fine folks again for some further adventures. Well, thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.